What's up, everyone? This is Blaze, bringing you the promised Nuzlocke, going to be named Murloc challenge. If you watched my previous Town of Salem video, you'll know a little bit what we're talking about. But it is a challenge I am doing with Hiponed.
That's me.
That is him, and he is going to take a little bit of time to explain exactly what the Murloc challenge, named by him, entails. So take it away.
Alright, so basically what's going on here is we're going to play some Warcraft, but it's going to be Warcraft with a special set of rules, which are going to make it a lot more entertaining than normal Warcraft, and a lot more difficult. So basic rules include the following. If we die, we lose, period. We have to delete the character that we made, because in this, if you die, it's over.
So don't get
That's
too
the
attached.
primary rule. But there's some follow-up rules. Second, you cannot get equipment from most sources. You're basically restricted to PvE drops, and you can buy common equipment from vendors like these dudes over here.
Which I will follow.
Anything rarity higher, green or higher, is not acceptable to buy from them. And then we can craft our own equipment based on randomized selection of professions, which we have done already.
Yes.
And we'll get into that in a second. Rule 3, we cannot buy anything from the auction house or other players that are not in our guild. And then Rule 4, if you get quests like this dude right here, if we were to outlevel this quest, we would have to immediately abandon it. So we cannot level off of things that are basically below our level range. So any green quests, we just skip them because we too strong for that.
Mm-hmm.
Lastly, no gold from other characters, no heirlooms, no nothing. So we're starting brand new, fresh, and we're going to fight as hard as we can, getting base equipment from everything. We cannot get quest reward equipment. We can only get drops,
Yeah.
which severely limits the amount of material we get.
Auction house completely off limits.
The other thing that we did, and this is kind of optional for what we're going to give out to anybody who wants to try this, but optional rules include randomizing every little aspect of the game. So we did not choose these classes. He's a mage over here.
Mm-hmm.
Blaze is a mage,
Indeed I am.
and I am a warlock. I am a warlock. And so we didn't choose that, and we also didn't choose our professions, which we have randomly decided based off of, like, we randomly rolled for a main profession, and then the secondary gathering profession is automatic. So I am an engineer, and he is a tailor. And tailor will be pretty good in this kind of playthrough, and maybe engineering will be good, but basically we're kind of in this situation right now with no healers, no protection spells, nothing like that. We got a little kind of piddling imp thing right here, but it ain't the best. So we got randomly into these roles, and we will try our best to whoop all the butt.
I'm sure it'll go fine. So yeah, that's kind of what we're doing. Oh, and the other thing to mention is if you're watching this, I mean, we're recruiting, so if you have interest and you've heard the rules that he just laid out and it's something you think sounds fun, hit us up. I'll have what I'll do is I'll throw the details into the description of this video if you're interested, and yeah, just let us know.
Oh yeah, it's worth mentioning that we're playing on a private server. It is the Hades server from Twinstar, which is a Czechoslovakian, I think, server, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, I think
And it's a private server, so what you gonna do, Blizzard? But besides that, I mean, it's a Cataclysm build 4.3.4. It's fairly fresh. I think this came out in November.
yeah.
So we got basically high enough level to do like a handful of stuff, and one of the things we wanted to do was to build this guild so that people could play a more difficult, more interesting version of WoW, and so that's what we're about to do. So there's going to be a lot of challenge here, and if people are interested, all my characters are I'm going to attempt to name after random Final Fantasy Tactics characters because Corpse Brigade is also named after them. But main guild leader is Agrius, which is like one of the main Final Fantasy Tactics dudes, chicks in this case.
Yeah.
But if we're good to go, let's be good to go. Y'all wanna shooting lasers itself?
Yeah, let's go. I, just as a side note, am naming all my dudes after Game of Thrones characters for no apparent reason. Just want to. So we're gonna start off here. This should be fairly easy. I don't think we're gonna have much death until level 10. Oh, and the other thing is, I don't know if you mentioned it, but there are certain instances where like death won't be permanent. Like if there's like a server glitch. I think we said like if some random 85 just comes along and murders you, I mean there's nothing you can do about that.
Yeah, I mean the good news is we probably won't need to worry about that until we get to like red ridge zones. So we may or may not need to apply that rule. But that is another optional rule is like glitches and stuff that would kill you. I mean, because it's lame to die from glitches. But ideally, we're going to be able to look at this and show statistics at the end of wherever we are, and we'll have 0 deaths or 1 death to prove that we were good up to the point that we died.
Yes.
So it ought to be a good time.
We'll see how it goes. This is our first run through. If there are things that we come across that we think can be improved, we'll certainly do that. But right now, we're just going to give this a test and see what happens.
Yeah, and our immediate goal is basically just get high enough level to like be big ballers. But as we get further in the game and our equipment becomes more and more limited because of drops not being nice, we're going to really have to just deal with it. And one of the things that really just hits us in the balls is the fact that we have the same armor type. So we're going to be like running on fumes when it comes to armor before too long.
Yeah. Cloth intellect in high demand.
Yeah. Are you on quest 2 already?
No, I am killing my last ward.
Oh man, I'm just gonna blow past you on levels.
Yeah, unfortunately, in this iteration of WoW, we don't get like cumulative rewards, or I don't know what the word is. Like, if he kills something, I ain't getting credit for it, so I gotta kill my own things.
Actually, that's not true. I think that we do. We may not have invited each other because
Yeah, we totally didn't party up. That's probably something we can do.
So there you go. Now you're part of the cool club.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Did I get a follow-up quest for that?
You should be fighting Blackrock spies.
Yeah.
So yeah, as discussed, like one of the things that's like problematic is the shared equipment, but we're both also ranged to DPS. So our only hope really is that we get far enough to where, and some of the stuff I'm gonna say, like hopefully you know Warcraft a little bit. If not, then like sorry, but I'll try to explain things as much as possible. But we're gonna be like shooting to get to a point where we have our hands on a Voidwalker, which is like kind of a tanky pet for dem boys. So if we get that far, then we'll be in better shape.
Yeah.
But for now, just gonna shoot lasers and stuff. I actually don't know how to use pets like for shit, so it's kind of bad luck of the draw. Like the worst 2 classes for me are Hunter and Warlock.
It's a learning process. You'll get it. I don't remember. I mean, I play Hunter all the time. I have no idea how to play Warlock. I think I did at one point, but I've completely forgotten. So.
Hey, just don't like autopilot like put equipment on. That's like the big thing you gotta do. Because I mean, it's so natural to get a quest reward and probably and try to put it on, but like we can't even do that.
Not if it's green or above.
Oh no, we can't even put quest reward equipment on.
Oh, really?
Period.
Is that the okay?
Yeah.
Did I get one last time? No.
I mean, you may have gotten a belt.
Yeah, the cloth belt.
Yeah, but it's not a.
So it's only stuff I craft or we pick up in the world, right? Yeah.
There's absolutely no other stuff.
Need help?
Yeah, and that goes into
Careful.
dungeons are going to be tricky. They're going to be it's high risk, high reward. That's where you get the best equipment, but you're going to be taking a chance in there. us, you know, if we can get enough people in this guild who want to run dungeons, that'll be great. Because otherwise, we're gonna have people, you know, wow, your gear really sucks. What the hell's wrong with you? Screw them. But you know, we might try it at some point. So those will be the most nerve-wracking. Like, oh shit, we could legitimately die here moments. I think.
Yeah, and I think that, I mean, as far as that goes, we'll probably not be able to just. Like, as you point out, we probably won't be able to team up with other people because they'll probably be like, "What the hell, y'all suck."
Yeah.
And in fairness, we intentionally are sucking, so fine with me. But it is a very large factor.
Well met.
Yeah.
So I think we would be kind of both like jerks and not effective for our own selves. So doing it with a like a guild group is the most likely way to do it, unless and this is much more likely to me. We hit a point in the game that we are strong enough to go back and not lose. Like, we hit like level 30 and go back to dead mines and go back to like round out equipment that otherwise would have been cool. So I mean, like, we'll probably still do it, but we might have to do it as just like 2 ranged DPS and just really slowly strategically play it. And that's kind of where I'm at right now.
I will say we have 2 things working for us. One, the loot
I'm
tables.
the best. I'm the single best player of all time.
I mean, that helps. But the loot table on the server is pretty. I don't know what the word would be.
It's kind of weird. Like, they have not like got everything right. So it happens once in a while that you get lucky, and the greens and blues, even sometimes and higher, will drop with a greater frequency, but it's still semi-limited, so it's not like guaranteed. But like, I killed an elite on a paladin on this server like yesterday, and it dropped 3 belts, man. 3 green belts. It's the most belt heaven vulture of all time.
Yeah.
So that's what we're trying to say, is like we'll end up getting boosted equipment wise in some regards. So loot tables are screwy, which is cool.
I killed a bird with 3 pairs of pants. No idea why. I mean, I didn't ask the bird what the hell are you doing with all those pants, but hey.
Do you think it's just birds are messed up?
That could be too.
The bird loot tables are just wild.
That might be the case. So that's part 1. Part 1 is maybe we can get into a group if that goes well. Part 2, as we said earlier, I am a tailor who can create certain amounts of cool stuff for us. I feel like my game is messed up. Let's reload.
For the purposes of like what we're doing, it's unlikely, in my opinion, that we're going to spend a lot of time on professions, but it's possible. But it just seems like, I mean, I'll give you all my cloth and whatever, but we're going to need first aid probably more than even tailoring. So we'll see. I mean, at the same time, your tailoring might be our only equipment methodology. It's just like it's harder to level that stuff. So I mean, I'm sure engineering won't really come into play. Yeah. But I think I can get stuns and stuff like that. So might be good.
Might be.
Are you good? Are you good over there? What's up?
My game's bugged. I think I'm gonna log out real quick and then log back in. Because I can't arcane missile anything, even though the game's like, go arcane missile something. So yeah, I'm just gonna log out. It's off to a rough start here. Just want to hit these training dummies, and it's like, no.
Oh man, I did an entire quest chain while you were doing that. I'm sorry.
It's totally fine. Yeah, I don't know. This game, you know, the server, it's a free server. There are gonna be bugs. So it happens.
For what it's worth, though, I mean, this server, if you are interested in this kind of thing, is pretty solid. Like, I've played a couple private servers now, and so far, this one is vastly superior in terms of bugs. So, I liked it a lot, thus far.
Yeah. I seem to have a completely bugged ability, because I cannot launch arcane missiles. and I don't know why, and I don't like it.
It's a channel.
Yeah, I know, but it's like it's grayed out for me, the ability, and I can't shoot nothing. I cannot shoot nothing.
I assume you've targeted already.
I have. Well, the thing is, my fireball I can target and shoot, but I can't do it with my arcane missiles. So I don't know why. What does the mana cost? I have. Let's see. Like I said, rough starts abound. Abilities, arcane. Wait a minute. Each offensive spell you cast is a full. Oh. Oh, I see. Arcane missiles doesn't just straight up work. You have to hit other abilities first. And then you have a 40% chance of activating arcane missiles. Which is weird.
Okay. Yeah, it's different from it used to be. It would be like a weird channel where you blast them. But I haven't played a mage with arcane missiles since Lich King. So yeah, I mean, I used to...
Jesus Christ.
Pew, pew, pew. I played Lich King 2 Cataclysm retail, and Blaze played around that same. So that's kind of our experience. So we came back to Cataclysm server. I kind of think it went to jank as soon as Pandas came out, but I know other people do not feel the same, so I'm not going to start a Panda war here.
Yeah, I enjoyed aspects of Panda, but
I think that the talent trees just became a lot less fun. That's really my only major gripe.
I agree with that part of it.
What can I do?
I also think monks are dumb.
For the Alliance. Need help?
That's I don't know. I don't think I played one, but I know they were super OP when it came out, but I don't remember much about it. Where am I going?
I don't know, but I'm gonna re-invite you because I think you disappeared after you left.
Yeah.
Think you're going this way? I already finished all these quests because I'm a big baller, and I'm gonna wait for you to get your stuff together.
Okay. Let's see.
So yeah, it is unlikely that we'll see like any major threats until we get to around Westfall, and even then it might be like pretty decently easy for a while. But as we progress further, it'll become more and more of a challenge, to a point that it will become real hard for us to survive. And I think that's going to happen around like level 20 or so, when we start needing to do a bunch of different stuff. Oh, so I just got a worn hide cloak.
Pretty good.
Requires level 5, but it will be one of the first world equipments that we have found.
Yeah, we're in great shape. That's gonna win us a lot of battles. Yeah, I don't know. I think like maybe Augur might give us trouble. I don't remember if we decide to do Augur.
Yeah, I think
Suicidal to do it.
I don't know. Like, it's hard for me to remember how much easier it is. I just remember Cataclysm's generally pretty easier to quest in, at least the start. And I'm pretty sure we'll whip his butt, especially if we go in there after like taking our time. But we can't go in there we can't wait too long or we'll be under level. Right. Or he'll be under level and we'll have to skip it. But I think it's more like a weird kind of instance boss like now. So rather than the way he used to be where he was just hard to kill.
Yeah, I used to have to look for groups to kill Augur. I think I remember I soloed him with my hunter, but it took a couple tries maybe. So I don't really remember. So long ago. One more.
Yeah. I think we'll be good there. And then did you do all the like dead people resurrection spell thing? Pretty good.
Brother Paxton.
What can
I have seen the light.
See you later. How are you?
Can't use them gloves.
Have a good day.
Yeah, I've been intentionally just trying to sell stuff as soon as I get it, just so I don't fuck up.
Yeah,
It'll be easier to not fuck up later when everything starts
Well
being
met.
green, because we'll have to like bind it. But you got to keep track of it, because if we get a drop and you don't know which one's which, it'll be problematic. There's no reason that I can think of to not spend money on these thin cloth
See you
stuffs.
around. Greetings.
So you might want to like just dress up in all this crap after we finish the area. I think we should finish first to see if you get the money, but like,
Have a good one.
and whatever drops we get, but like that'd be like a base equipment level for what we're trying to do. All these whites. Ooh, girl, you level up. What's up?
Yeah.
Be careful.
But,
Do you have your water cannon yet?
Hey there. Safe travels.
Yes.
I do now.
Yes. Okay, so we should have 2 quests: Extinguishing Hope and Black Rock Invasion.
Yes.
All right, let's do it. I think this is where stuff actually aggroes now. So
Yeah,
from
pretty,
here on,
pretty severely. You may have to run away. I don't know.
yeah, we have to be like super bros and be careful with it. So, I mean, we may want to have strategy at some point. And I think the most base strategy would be you should ice, or what is it, frostbolt,
Yeah.
and then I'll get him with all the dots that I can, and that'll slow him down long enough for us to just insta kill. For the most part, and then we're gonna just have to deal with it when there's a lot of people. But that's gonna be like primary strategy. Is you're gonna ice and slow everybody down, and I'm gonna hopefully DPS for lots of damage.
So are you thinking Affliction Warlock long term if we ever get that far? Or?
I don't know. The one thing I'm also concerned about is if, because there's what is demonology. Did you set your thing to auto loot?
I did.
Okay. Demonology might be the one I have to go with in order to get cool demons, which might include Voidwalker. So I don't know.
That was my first Blackrock Warp weapon. Oh, because you loot. Yeah. Okay.
It's
We're
'cause
gonna
I'm-
kill 16 of these.
Yeah. But that's the kind of thing that's gonna be bad for us. Because like quests where we have to get a lot of items are gonna be a lot of kills, which means accidental level ups. Because we're not gonna be able to do all of Elwyn Forest before we're too high level for it. For a lot of quests. It'll be interesting. Especially when all is said and done.
Yeah.
I have finished.
I still need 7. So. Let's see. One shot. Double one shot.
It's pretty good. I'm not really keeping an eye on you either. At least not yet. We're gonna have to start like caring about like strategy at some point though.
Yeah.
I'm finished over here, so I'm just gonna help you kill stuff.
Yeah. I got all the, I got the fire achievements at the very least. Still need 4 more weapons.
Okay, I'll bring them over to you.
That dude did not care that I was firing at him. Oh. 2 more weapons.
Yeah, and we're gonna have to be careful of zones like this where things respawn. Because
And
if we're not,
rapidly.
yeah, respawn is also increased on this server, I think.
I believe it is.
So it is very likely that we can get like beat up on real good. We
Alright.
solid?
Yep. Book it.
Booking.
Oops.
So this cloak is like some type of. I mean, it looks shitty, but I think most cloaks are like 5 or 6 armor initially. So I feel like this is a good cloak, which might be one of the
Yeah.
screwy loot table things.
It's possible. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know either. I mean, I'm not making a big deal out of my stupid gray cloak, but I'm just saying.
It's a pretty cool cloak.
Could be.
How
Yeah,
are
see, old girl gives us a quest, which we're not going to use.
Well, we get the bag. We can use the bag.
See you
right?
around.
It's a quest reward, my friend.
Oh.
I don't think we can. I don't think we should.
Okay, so just everything. Yeah.
Even though it sucks, I don't think we should do that.
So I will just pick the quest reward that sells for the highest amount.
Yeah, that's smart. The good news is that bag sold for a lot.
Hey.
So
2 silver early game. I'll take it.
it'll help us to buy equipment from the vendors early on, which will quickly not be useful.
Yeah. There are some super expensive bags in Shatra with like 22 slot bags that you could just purchase from vendors, but that's if we get, you know.
Are they white bags?
I don't recall.
Because if they have any kind of rarity to them, then they're outside of their rules.
Well, I know you get an achievement for buying the My Sack is Fantastique, which is the
I think it's
Paris
gigantic.
Oh.
And I don't know why anybody would brag about having a giant sack.
That, I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Kind of a weird thing.
It is. Well, I mean, like, some people, like, you know, my ball's the size of grapefruits, eh? You know, they're just bragging like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I suppose if they're literally, you know, talking about that, then that's weird, but...
I mean, I gotta pay attention to this, because I was operating under the assumption that my, because I got a weird, like, UI, and so my health meters looked way higher than they are, and I was down to, like, 50% life there for a second. Did not even notice.
Oh yeah, I gotta fix something with my UI as well. You're not showing up on my party list here.
Yeah. And before you die to this dude.
Oh.
Alright, that is for you.
That is good.
That is good. And it is a 2-spirit vest, which isn't good for either of us.
No, but in a pinch, if we had nothing else. Is it display? Probably shouldn't stand around here looking for my options.
Yeah, I think we'll fix that in between episodes.
That's fine.
And we probably won't go much further than getting to Goldshire unless you had other plans.
No, that seems reasonable for episode 1.
So, I mean, we're on the way.
Yeah, at Goldshire is where things will... I mean, like, this is a Murloc challenge, and Murlocs in Goldshire are famously aggressive, so we'll see how that goes. This episode is primarily getting you all introduced to what the Murloc challenge is, and just playing through the first few easy mode levels. But yeah, business is about to pick up
King's honor, friend.
in future episodes once we get there.
I'm gonna buy all these thin cloth equipments right now.
What are you looking for?
Okay.
And we're gonna be twinsies when we're done. Oh my god, I look retarded. Oh, you can't say that, but...
You can. This is not a PC channel. So we got documents. Okay, so buying pants, bracers, gloves, and shoes, and a belt. That's right.
I think everything's an improvement unless you bought something. I'm gonna look exactly like you, except for I have a super awesome cloak. Looks like a carpet. Dude, don't be getting naked.
You know, I'm
Ripping your
buying-
shirt off.
Yeah, boom. How about that, huh?
Ugh.
Let's see. Where does this go? Let's go here. This goes.
This is embarrassing. But I ain't never seen anybody get equipped so slowly.
I can't equip that.
It's like you're trying to seduce the fucking cloth merchant.
Oh, you know, yeah. I'm trying to get a better deal.
It's like, oh, I don't know where these pants go. Just don't understand it. You're supposed to show leg before you buy things, not after.
That's a fair point. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, good. I'm gonna stop at my trainer because I think probably I can
For the
get a
Alliance.
new ability. Thank you. I'm just gonna run in here, see if I can get any more abilities from the trainer right quick.
Pretty sure my next move is life tap, which gives me mana at the cost of life. So I'm gonna 100% like murder myself before.
Well, do that if you're if it's everything's going to shit, just take your own life.
Light be with
Don't
you.
let them win.
Yeah.
Level 5 is when I can next do this. That's fine.
You didn't hit 5 yet?
No, I am like a half a bar away.
That's really weird. How did I hit 5 before you? Because I am 5.
Probably because you murdered a bunch of extra things. Maybe, I don't know.
I guess so. I don't know. I did the same stuff as you. I guess when I was hanging out with you for that 1.5 quests that I had already done, that was a big deal.
Well, there's a mage trainer in Goldshire, probably, maybe.
Yes. The bad news is that if I hit a level before you, I'm gonna have to abandon quests that I would benefit from. But I guess that would catch up the experience faster, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure if I turn in one more quest, I will get to 5. I don't know. Like this one here. There's just show up in Goldshire, I'll get to 5, I think.
All right. Well, that's good to know. You said 1 bar. I thought you were, or half a level or something.
Hello.
No, just half a bar. Did I say half a level? I meant half a bar.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Safe travel.
no, I'm 94% there.
Okay, that's a lot less worrisome then. And that is probably just because of the couple of things I fought that you were not around for.
Yeah. Wait, McGride's documents I take to where? Marshall Dugan. Okay.
Marshall Dugan.
Yeah, and we'll probably pick up a few professions while we're here. I'll try to get my tailoring. I don't know if I can though. Maybe it's one of you.
I think you can get tailoring. We can get all our professions at Goldshire, I think.
And if we run through
so-
those the cobalt areas, I should get a decent amount of stuff to make some materials, mats.
So yeah, we should maybe just start the next episode with all of our professions, so people don't have to wait for us to derp around.
That makes sense.
Unless- So we have arrived in Goldshire.
Mm-hmm.
You turn these in and accept all the quests, and then I guess we can call it.
Yeah, let's do
What
that.
can I do for you?
Port to Goldshire. Get super. 15 is the highest. I can get a shield
Careful.
over here. There, boom. Level 5.
Light be with you.
Great.
For the Alliance.
So run around, turn. There's a lot of quests in here. I guess that's a good thing.
Hey there.
Well, it's good for now.
Have a good
It's not like a big deal. It's not like a big deal, dude.
Alright.
But I think this guy here, profession trainer Leon Farner, will give you both your gathering profession and your
How are you? See you later.
non-gathering profession. As a tailor, you can make us bags
day to you.
too. That's pretty.
That's true.
So I have gotten engineering and
Have a good one. How are
mining
you?
learned
See you later.
officially now.
Let me
Looking
ask
for
you the
something
following
specific?
question. The rewards, quest rewards being pumpkins, spring water, do we keep those or sell those?
I think we should just sell all quest rewards or drop them like as soon as we get them. It's better to sell
See you
them,
around.
but just to be like super duper clear. But if we make a mistake and like accidentally use a potion or something that we didn't realize we had, don't think it's really a big deal.
Yeah.
I mean, it's to some degree. The bigger thing is equipment, but I think bags just to make it a little more challenging is the only reason I'm saying we shouldn't use those. But I would think any consumables wouldn't be like the end of the world if you used those. There's a mage trainer in the inn somewhere, I
Need
think.
something?
Yeah.
Could be wrong about that,
Safe travel.
but if you can find them.
I see Zalamadir Weftfall, whatever his name is.
What? That is the most ridiculous name I've heard.
No, it's Zaldemar Wefhelt is my trainer's name. So I have turned in all the quests. I think we're good for now. I'll take care of all the professions and the training and all that stuff behind the scenes. And then we'll pick it up next time from Goldshire, where we're gonna start to get into some more tricky stuff. I don't anticipate dying, but anything can happen. This is a Murloc challenge. This is the real deal.
Yeah.
So
but we're
I will leave you all. Do you have something else to say?
Well, I was thinking we're strong enough to get to level 5. It's just the farthest anyone has gotten on a Murloc challenge ever.
That's true.
We'll
So
suck our ass, other people. What's up?
with that in mind, I'll leave you to this image of Merrick dancing, and we'll see you all in the next one. Bye.